There we go.
Hi, I'm Erica Hall of Yoga for Runners and a Runner's Circle, and it is Thursday night and we got our ARC fun run going on. Mizuno's here, but while everybody's out running, I'm in here and I'm going to talk to Mr. Robin here. Actually, Robin's going to talk about nutrition. So a lot of times when you come into a running store, people talk about gels and goos and blocks, and you might have no idea what's going on. So he's going to give us a little insight onto what is what and what you need for your runs. So I'm going to take over the camera and we're going to talk to Robin. Robin, hi!
Hi everyone, my name is Robin from the Runner's Circle. And,
excellent.
I just want to talk about some gels and some stuff that will kind of get you through your first half marathon, first marathon.
Okay.
We have, as you can see, a lot on the table or on the bench right now.
Pick them up and hold them up. Yeah.
We have let's kind of go through everything you might need. Let's go with electrolytes first. So we have a couple of different brands here for electrolytes. We have Noon, Ultima, and Okoko. Ultima is what the LA Marathon will actually use on course. So if you're planning to run the LA Marathon, please start using this so you can kind of get used to it. Because with nutrition, you never know how much your GI tract will kind of, what will agree with your GI tract or what won't agree with your GI tract. So it's good to kind of know that. By GI tract, I mean your gastrointestinal tract, just so you know, for FYI. So I have a couple of different ones here also. I have a Noon, which is something, they're like tablets that you just put into your water and mix it up, and you can kind of use it as an electrolyte drink mix, as well as Okoko, which is like dehydrated coconut, which you can kind of mix into water to make it taste like coconut water.
And that's a local favorite.
And it's a local favorite, yes.
Excellent.
Our hydration station on Saturdays that we have in Griffith Park does use Ultima. So all of the training groups at the park, you know, you're getting what you'll get at the LA Marathon as well. Yeah, the reason why you want electrolytes instead of just water is because electrolytes, you get a certain amount of sodium, potassium, magnesium. All of this is stuff that you're losing in your sweat. All those Gatorade commercials, you know, where they're sweating all that different colors and stuff, that's essentially what you're losing. You're losing all of those electrolytes. These just have less sugar than your standard Gatorade bottle, you know, so these are a little bit better for that. You will need something a little bit more than just electrolytes.
Like what?
Basically, when you're running, you're not just losing electrolytes and water, you're also burning a lot of calories. So you'll basically need some fuel to refuel, and that's where we go to these gels.
What do you got over here?
So these are some of the gels that we carry in the store. We'll go through a lot of them right now. I brought out some goos, one of my favorite flavors actually, as well as something with a lot of caffeine, a fan favorite too. Goo is basically the guys who innovated the whole gel intake. Gel is easier to intake just because it goes down a little bit easier. You just have to chase it down with some water. No chewing involved. You know, it's quick to refuel you or kind of recover the caloric intake. One of these probably has about 100 calories, and that's what you kind of go through for every hour you're in a constant run or constant walk. So you do want to take like one of these for every hour you're going to be out there. So if you're a 4-hour marathoner, you know, pack 4, maybe 5, one for your buddy who didn't bring his gel, you know. So we have these guys. So these are goos. Some of them have caffeine, some of them don't. This one says no caffeine. This one has 2 times the caffeine. So that's also something that you have to take into consideration. If your body isn't used to caffeine, then 2 times the amount of caffeine, which is 100 milligrams, will probably be a little too much for your body to take. And caffeine is a diuretic, so it does take a little bit of toll on your body. You know, you don't want to keep stopping during race day. 2 more things I brought out for you. Cliff has these shot blocks. Shot gels, which are basically like the goos in gel format, as well as Excel Gel. Now Excel Gel, they have a 4-to-1 ratio. That means they have 4 parts the carbs and 1 part protein. So this will feel a little bit heavier on your stomach. Some cyclists like it because they don't have that impact on their body as runners do. So I would maybe test this out first, see how it feels, see how your GI tract takes it. I like it for the really long runs just because that 1 part of protein does kind of benefit for later on. You know, you get that extra little bit of energy for back there. Yeah. So next we'll move on to some blocks and some chews and some beans and all that good stuff.
Okay.
All right. So shot blocks. These are pretty much one of my favorites. Shot blocks. It's basically they have 6 blocks in these. For every 3 blocks is the equivalent of 1 gel. So basically, you want to take 1 package of this is good for 2 hours of activity. It's like, yeah, for every 3 blocks, it's about, where is it? Yeah, so it's about 100 calories. So yeah, so it's 2 of these. Just remember, one of these is like 2 gels. You know, so we'll go through that. Jelly beans. There's another fan favorite. They're really tasty because they're made by Jelly Belly. Yeah, so you can't really go wrong with that. Goo chomps. They're a little bit tardy, so if you like tardy stuff, this is pretty good. Power bar. They also have these energy blasts, which are pretty awesome. As well as honey stinger. Honey stinger. These guys are pretty sweet. They're pretty much all natural as well. Honey is the base of it, so it's pretty tasty. Yeah, that's chews. Some people like chewing stuff while they're running. I used to chew gum while I was running a lot before until I swallowed some. That's another story completely. But yeah, if you don't like the texture of the gel, then definitely go with a chew. It just kind of goes down a little bit easier if you don't like swallowing that slimy kind of texture. You know? Now we'll move on to bars, waffles, and you know, bars and waffles and all that goodness. Okay, so we have honey stingers over here, which are all of these are more solid food. I actually kind of see these more as like someone who's hiking or doing like really long walks. This is more for you. Cliff Bar, they're pretty tasty. It's more foodie, you know. So if you're not a big fan of all of that, the gel and all of those blocks, these ones would be pretty good. But it does put a little bit more strain on your stomach. So just kind of know that. This is probably a good before run meal. You know, this is like your breakfast. You probably have this for breakfast and then just kind of take it on for there. I wouldn't recommend these for during the run. You know, just personal. That's just me though. So I have some other stuff over here. These are more recovery-based stuff. This has more protein in it. So these are your after things. Fluid is a recovery product.
Why do you need a recovery product?
You need recovery, you need protein, you need glutamine for a couple of different reasons. One, with running you're putting a lot of strain on your body, so you just need that protein and glutamine to just repair all of the tissue and muscles that had just kind of done all of that activity. L-glutamine is an amino acid that helps the digestion or the processing of protein, so that's why it's important to have something that's high in glutamine, and this is what that is. You know, this is high in L-glutamine. If you have your own protein steak or protein stuff, you know, if you're having like a steak or chicken breast for dinner, that's pretty much like a recovery thing anyway, you know, but you can supplement that with some Amino Pure. Amino Pure has L-glutamine powder in it, so you can just kind of use that as, so the protein that you do take kind of goes down a little bit easier, and so it kind of is utilized a little bit better by your body. Yeah, aside from that, we do have some other things like salt stick caps, if you're kind of low on sodium, because the main thing that we do lose when we sweat, I don't know if you've ever had that white stuff on your face when you're running, like when it's really hot. That white stuff is actually just the salt leaving the body, so it's important to have a little bit of extra salt, you know. This is just sodium, magnesium, and some potassium in it, so that's salt sticks. And for all of you vegans out there, we are carrying Vega Sport, which is a vegan not just recovery drink, but we have a lot of their products for their gels and and goos and during stuff as well as recovery stuff. So
Ultima is also vegan.
Oh, Ultima is also vegan. So all of you LA marathoners who are vegan, you can take what's in those cups. Okay. And this is just for me because all this talking I need to recover. So yeah.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Okay, excellent. Will you hold that for a second? Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much, Robin. For those of you who don't know, Robin is the head honcho here, after Joe, of A Runner's Circle. So if you have any questions about anything, definitely come in, see myself, see Robin, see any of the staff. We are so knowledgeable that we should hopefully be able to answer all of your questions, and if we can't, then we'll just ask somebody else, and they'll answer them for you. So thank you for sticking around for day number 12.
11.
And no, tomorrow, this is for 12. And then tomorrow will be, who knows what will happen tomorrow. So you'll just have to wait and see. Thanks. Have a good one.